Welcome back, y'all. Rabbit here with another episode of Demon Souls. So we're gonna take the lift. Holy crap. Hello. Old King Allant. Oh, okay. Ow. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? I guess you're gonna dodge this. Oh, he's gonna do it again. Okay, so that did 148. Ow. Ooh, hello. 155, so fireball is the way to go. Oh, I can knock him out of it, nice. Interesting. That's bad. Ooh, okay. Okay. Bro's like, oh, fighting this guy is so hard. Stop it. Ooh, hit me with it. Ow. Just use that to... That's crazy, that fucking movement that this guy has. Oh, nice one, buddy. He caught me on that. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Wild. Oh, got me with it. That move is crazy. Ooh, hello. Oh, he got me somehow. Oh, he got me again. Shit. That was it? Oh. And my body was restored.
How did you defeat my demonic reflection?
Oh.
Oh, the rest is up to the Old One. If it is to be, then you shall be beckoned.
Okay. What does that mean? Throne of the False King. Do I do something? Vision of chairs. It is a pretty sweet chair, not gonna lie. Alright, I guess I'll go back to the Nexus. Oh! What just happened? Can you level me up first?
Hark, I hear a voice of yore. The old one. Let us proceed below to its lair.
To its lair? No, I wanted to level up. Fuck. That's actually pretty cool. This is like the secret final boss. The old one. I'm just gonna fight an eldritch horror. Yeah, that's an eldritch horror if I've ever seen one. Holy crap! I'm gonna fight that thing. It's impossible. There's no way I'm gonna be able to fight this thing.
Old one, I have granted thy wish. A new demon.
Huh?
Come now, be good.
Oh, she's got a demon inside of her. So she's gonna like lull it back to sleep? Creepy. Okay. Why is it telling me yes or no? The fuck even am I right now?
Let us proceed below to its lair. Let us proceed.
Yeah. What am I caught on? What? Oh, okay.
You have been chosen by the Old One. Will you seek the everlasting demon souls? Or has the monumental blinded you?
Blinded me.
Whatever your choice, you are our first visitor. May you be welcome here.
Welcome here. King Allant. Oh shit.
Surely you have seen for yourself the pain and suffering that fills this world. But God is merciful, and so created the Old One, a poison to poison. The Old One will feed upon our souls and the end.
So you're the body of King Allant. Interesting. Oh, this just feels mean. Oh. Just a whip around, buddy. Are you covered in the Old One? Like, is the thing that's covering you the Old One?
You fool! Don't you understand? No one wishes to go on.
Huh? What? What? Demon vanquished. You shall obtain the demon soul and the power beyond human imagination. Ooh, cool, sweet sword. Soul brand. Nice. Does that like... Oop.
Thy work is done. Slayer of demons, go back above. The Nexus shall imprison thee no longer.
Cool. What are you gonna do?
I shall lull the Old One back to slumber.
So is that the Old One? Some like weird cosmic entity, right? Cool. Let me check out what Soul Brand is. It does do magic damage. Nice. Hey,
The Old One and I shall slumber evermore. As it should be. Thou mayst go.
Thou
mayst go.
Guess I'll go.
My thanks. At last. At last. The end is in sight.
Oh. Ew.
The Old One, along with the maiden, was swept back into the lulling fog. Volataria was spared from the demons,
Good.
but also lost its knowledge of the soul arts.
Cool. That stuff caused them trouble
The
anyways.
souls lost during the pandemonium were never retrieved.
Oh. That's
And
it.
today, the unstable world has another monumental to hold its fabric together.
Good? Is this a good ending?
A brave new hero of unprecedented power.
So am I a monumental now? Is that what that meant? Am I gonna become a weird bald baby? Yep, that's it. Maiden in Black Demon Soul. Oh, good, cool, I got her soul. Oh.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel.
Is it automatically just kicking me into New Game Plus?
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel.
Uh-huh. I'm assuming
Let
that
strength be granted so the world might be
I'm assuming
mended.
this is New Game Plus. Hold on, can I just skip this? Okay, yeah, it is New Game Plus. Okay, that was Demon Souls. I'm sure I missed a lot. I'm sure you're probably like, you missed this. You didn't do all the worlds black and white. To be honest, I don't care. When it comes to games, I do all the main stuff. I killed all the main bosses, I think. I don't think there was any bosses that I missed. Or if I did, they were so hidden I didn't even know where to even look for them. I got an ending. As far as I'm concerned, that's good. And especially with this game caused me... I hate this game more than I like this game, and I think that's why I don't think I'm going to play this game again, like at all. And so, yeah, it like graphics wise, amazing. Everything looks cool. You know, the lore I guess is pretty interesting. The plot was easy to understand. Hey, lull the old one back to sleep. That's pretty self-explanatory. Allant chose not to. He chose to, you know, become a demon or whatever, or was possessed by a demon, something like that. But that's really the only good thing I think about this game. The only good things I like about this game is the atmosphere and the storyline and the lore. Everything else kind of sucks ass. I don't know, I guess I can't knock it too hard because really all it is it's a graphical remaster of the original game. And the original game was FromSoft's first attempt at like the Souls genre, you know, Demon Souls. I mean, I guess you can say they had games before that, but they weren't Souls games, you know. Demon Souls was the first ever Souls-like game from FromSoft, and so I guess it being rough around the edges is understandable, you know, it having shitty mechanics, you know, but I don't know. I felt like if you're gonna do a remaster of a game, don't just do it graphic wise. Don't just be like, oh, you know, the PS5's coming out, we're gonna remaster this old this Blue Point or Blue Sky or whatever the name of the company was. We're gonna remaster one of FromSoft's, you know, old games so that we can show off the amazing graphic capabilities of the PS5, but then change nothing else, you know. I feel like they should have analyzed the old game, taken some of the things that were annoying about it, you know, and then either fix them or just remove them entirely before releasing it. But nope, they pretty much were just like, here's, you know, the old game, we just made it look better, you know. So much to the point that it's like it was a slog to get through. Like it was almost like I was dreading a new area because it was like, am I gonna get stuck on this? If I die in human form, nope, the tendency's gonna go black. And so, like I said, I like the atmosphere, I like the lore, not really much anything else. I'm gonna if I had to rate this game, I'm probably gonna give it a D, just because it's so hard, and not hard in a good way. Like it's unfairly difficult. Like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Sekiro, they're all hard, and they may have some areas in them that might seem a little unfair, but you know, a lot of the times it's stuck fighting a boss that you just have to get the timing down, learn its moves, things like that. Whereas this is just kind of like, first off, you spend all your resources getting through the area, then you have to do the boss at the end of the area, and 90% of the worlds in this place don't have shortcuts. So I think there's only like a few levels that actually did have shortcuts back to the Archstone to make it easier to get back to the boss. But like for example, the Storm World, Island Edge, and then like the Ritual Path and all that, you literally do the entire area, get to the boss, and then that's where the Archstone is after you beat the boss. And so there's no shortcuts in between. There's no Archstone like halfway through. It's literally you do the entire area and then have to kill the boss, because if you die, you have to do everything over again, and heaven forbid you're in freaking human form, because then if you're in human form and then die, you can't go back to the Nexus to like restock on your supplies, because if you do, the world tendency goes down. And so I feel like the world tendency thing was just overkill. There's no need to have that in a game. Why is it necessary that if you die to something, in human form, and then go back to the hub, the Nexus, and then go back to that world now becomes more difficult? That's not fair. And like, it's bad enough that when you die, you become, you lose your corporeal form, if you will, and then your health is halved. So the only way to remedy that is to either, one, be human constantly, and then there's only enough of those blue emerald eye things, or you have to kill a boss. But then you better not die, because if you do, your world tendency is fucked. What was I gonna say? Or if you don't want to become human, you have to basically banish one of your ring slots to permanently be that one ring that limits how far your health goes down when you're in soul form. So you basically that's that one slot's ring now. The other one can be whatever, but that other slot is that ring now, unless you want your health to be completely in half. So, and then by the like midpoint to end game, you're basically just getting one-shotted by everything, no matter if the world tendency is crap or not. So yeah, I feel like that's just overkill. That was dumb. I feel like also the weapon upgrade system was dumb, because pretty much the only way to get upgrade materials, like to actually get your weapon far enough to actually progress to the other materials, is to freaking farm the little lizard dudes, because like there's not enough enemies that give you like the sharp stones enough, and it could have just be the weapon that I was using. But I kind of did some digging into the upgrade system, and it's very much like Dark Souls Remastered, which would make sense because that was the next game that they made, the original Dark Souls, where you would, level up your weapon to a point, then you would kind of like ascend it, and you'd have to choose an upgrade path. Do I want it to be enchanted? Do I want it to have this effect? I find that kind of dumb, because like I much prefer like the Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3 upgrade system, where you just upgrade it with materials, and there's pretty much only two kinds. You have the Titanite, and then the Twinkling Titanite, and then of course the Dragon Titanite for the boss weapons. But this was kind of like confusing. Like I don't even know. Like I held on to all these boss souls for like pretty much the whole game because I didn't know how to spend them. Luckily, the wizard guy had like some spells to use the souls, but I still have like 5 or 6 in there that I don't know what to do with, and so. The NPCs are confusing. There was a lot of NPCs that just showed up, but then they gave me no hints, basically, on what to do. Like that one guy that you save at the gates of Boletaria, you save him like 3 more times, and then he magically shows up at the end. and is like, kill my dad, and it's like, was he supposed to help me at all? Like, so, like, I didn't feel any attachment to the NPCs. Um, a lot of the boss fights were gimmicky, which is not bad, but gimmicky in the wrong way. Like the dragon god, you had to freaking time, you had to time it perfect, you know, and it had the stupid obstacles in the path you had to break, which is fine if you want to put them in there, but don't just, you know, I shouldn't have to analyze the timing of the boss punch, if you will, in order to just run through it. If it's a gimmick boss, make it a gimmick boss. You know, don't make it unnecessarily challenging because it's a gimmick boss. Same thing with the what was the other boss? I can't remember. But the one gimmick boss I did like towards the end of the game was the Storm King. That was a cool gimmick boss. You know, it wasn't overly challenging. I could have died if I was stupid. I didn't die, but I could have if I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, it was like, oh, it was a boss that I didn't really know how to, you know, damage first off, and I was like, what do? I can't shoot it with anything. And then you find the weapon, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. So I use this to kill it. That's cool. I like that. But the dragon god was just annoying because it was like, I knew there was a gimmick to it, but in order to get to the gimmicky part where I had to shoot it with the freaking harpoons or whatever, was just annoying. Like, I died so many times to that thing just because I couldn't time it right between its punches. And then when it would let go of the platform and then it would put its hand back, for some reason that instantly kills you. Like, and so it's just things like that that I feel like they implemented to make the game difficult, but they didn't realize how unfair it would be to have all that stuff in there. And then I think one of the main things that really just bothers me is the resource management in this game. You can get enough resources by farming certain enemies, but then you have to spend hours farming certain enemies just to get enough. And then, or you sacrifice all your souls instead of leveling up. Like, I'm sure I could be like over level 100 by now, but I'm not, because I had to spend a lot of my souls on buying health items. And like, Dark Souls 2 kind of did the same thing, not fully because it had the Estus flask, but it had the stones. I can't remember what they're called, but the stones that would heal you, and you had like different sizes of them. This game is that, but only that. You don't have an Estus flask, you know, that refills at a rest point. None of that. No, you just have the grass, and and that's fine because they give you enough variety of it, but at the beginning, you hardly get any of it, right? And so you're constantly like, I need more freaking healing. And then I shouldn't have gone with a mage build. I probably should have gone like a melee build. But the mage build, you don't have an Ashen Estus flask or anything like that, or a flask of Cerulean Tears or anything. No, you just get spice. And you run out of that very quickly. And so you rely, for the mage builds, like I'm assuming for like faith users too, you have to rely heavily on your sword, which is so dumb, because I didn't want to play a melee build. I wanted to play a mage build, you know. And so you have to, first off, find vendors that even sell spice, which luckily the blacksmith guy over there does. But then you, like I said earlier, you waste your souls on to buy it more, because I think there's only like one enemy in the game that is farmable for the spice, and it's those weird like octopus mind flayer dudes, and they're kind of a pain in the ass to kill, because they're very resistant to anything but fire. So the only area in the game that I actually genuinely enjoyed was Upper Latria. And it wasn't because it was easy. I mean, I guess it kind of was. But it was just fun. It flowed well. You know, you had enemies that if you weren't careful, you could die. There was platforms you could fall off and die. But it was done in a way that was like... that I enjoyed wanting to progress through it. The boss fight was fun. I died to it, I think, a couple times, but it was still fun, you know. It was a double fight, you know, and all that. But the other areas, it just... The freaking swamp was sucky. Heaven forbid the freaking island's edge ritual path. That was the worst in my opinion. The freaking and then oh yeah, I was gonna mention that boss, the old hero, was technically a gimmick boss, if you will. I don't know how melee builds would have been able to get past that, because the only way, because I spent like a good 2 hours trying to fight that boss, and then, going back to it, and the world tendency was fucked, and this was before I knew about the primeval demon, and so I was trying to get back there, but I kept getting blocked by the Black Phantoms, which they have a crazy amount of health, and they're just gonna one tap you. That's basically what it is, and so it came to a point where I couldn't even get back to the boss anymore. And then if I did get back to the boss, I would shoot him, and then he would just make a beeline for you, even though he's blind, and then just do all these crazy attacks. And then if I get hit once, I'm dead, kind of thing. So world tendency sucked. The item carry capacity sucks. Like, I don't mind equip load. Like, I get that. The equip load's fine. The percentage or whatever. But then having a maximum carry capacity, that's dumb. I think that's stupid, because that means you can't have everything on you at hand. You have to go back to the Nexus to get stuff out of your storage. Which then if you died in human form and you needed stuff from your storage, you feel like you can't, because then the world tendency is screwed up. So, I did appreciate them putting in the whole primeval demon thing, because without that, I don't think I would have been able to finish the game. I'll be completely honest with that. I feel like I would have gotten stuck at Ritual Path, and I wouldn't have been able to progress. Because the only way I got past was by killing the primeval demon, which set the world tendency towards the white side, instead of towards black. So it got rid of all of the Black Phantoms, and it made the enemies do less damage, or normal damage, I guess, if you will. But without me looking that up, I don't think I would have been able to finish the game. So I'm appreciative that they put that in there. But then again, players who are adamant about like not looking up walkthroughs, looking up how to get past things, I wouldn't know how they would have figured that out without just basically doing the entire world over again, like going back to Island's Edge, because that's where the primeval demon was in the first level of Island's Edge, and doing that all over again and being like, oh, I guess it's what is this thing, and then kill it, and then but not only do you have to kill it, then you have to go back to the Nexus and then go back to the world, and then the world tendency is back. So not only do they have to somehow know to go back through the beginning of the world and then kill this demon, this creature, then they have to know, oh, I got to go back to the Nexus now and then go back to the world. So yes, it's cool that they put that in there to mitigate the stress of world tendency, but they gave you no hints about it whatsoever. So, and then after that, I would have gotten stuck at the swamp, because I would have, the giant goblin dudes with the clubs one tap you when the world tendency is black. I had to look up where the primeval demon was there. Luckily, it was right next to the spot that I was getting stuck at. But I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of flack and dislikes, on this game series and my shorts and stuff, because I'm complaining too much. But honestly, I don't care. This game was not really all that fun, in my opinion. It was made way too difficult, and not really because of the fact, like, the enemies were all that hard. It was more of the game mechanics that made the enemies hard. The world tendency, the item carrying, limit, the freaking, resource management, and getting resources from drops and things like that. And so, and the fact that you have to basically keep one of your ring slots always on that one ring that keeps your health from going all the way down to half when you're in soul form. Just those things is really what made this not really all that enjoyable. And so, like I said, I'm gonna give this game about a D. It's my least favorite FromSoft game, like from the Souls-like genre. So if I had to rate them all, I'd start with Demon Souls, the worst in my opinion. Then I'd probably go Dark Souls 2, only because of the adaptability thing where you have to level that up to increase your dodge framing. Then I'd probably go Bloodborne. I love the game, but I'd probably put it below that, or put it above Dark Souls 2. Then I'd go then I'd probably go the Dark Souls Remastered. Then I'd go Elden Ring. Then I'd go Sekiro, and then I'd go Dark Souls 3. So Dark Souls 3 is honestly my favorite, just because it flows really well. But yeah, I don't know. This game did not live up to the hype that it has been given, in my opinion. Now, I'm sure there's people out there that are like, oh, I love a challenge, and are like masochists and whatever, and would love this game. I am not one of those people. I pushed through, I persevered, I got to the end. Yes, I looked up things along the way, but if I didn't, I don't think I honestly would have completed the game. And I wanted to complete the game. I really did. I really wanted to push through, because there was a couple times when I was ready to just quit. Like freaking return the game to GameStop, freaking, because I have like the thing on it, return the game to GameStop, freaking delete all my videos and shorts about it, and then just act like I never played it. But I was like, I can't do that. That's worse than just, sucking it up and dealing with it. So I sucked it up, I pushed through, I got to the end. But yeah, I don't know. This is just wasn't my cup of tea, not for sure. I was really excited going into it because I've heard great things about it, but not not in my opinion. Way too difficult, and not way too difficult in all the wrong ways, not in the right ways. Like Sekiro was hard, Bloodborne was hard, but they were hard in a way that made you want to keep going. This was hard and made me not want to keep going. It made me want to take the disc out, break it in half, and freaking put it in a blender and shit. Like it was not fun at all in a lot of the areas. It was more not fun than it was fun. So, but I'm not gonna rant on it anymore. I'm sure you guys are sick of me complaining about it. Like, oh, my game that's dear to my heart. Why is this freaking guy shitting on this game? I'm not shitting on it. Well, I guess I am a little shitting on it a little bit, but I understand that a lot of people like this game, and if you like this game, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that this is one of your favorite games. It's just not one of mine. There's a lot of things I just did not like about it. So, will I play it again? Probably not. And if I do, it's not going to be for a long time, basically. There's a lot of other games that I would definitely play before this again. But either way, thank you for sticking with me. I'm probably going to go freaking take a Xanax or something, because I need to. This game raised my freaking blood pressure to the point where I probably need to go get checked out now. But stay tuned for another game. I don't know which one I'm gonna do next. I still need to check out Liza P. Overture. I keep thinking about that. Probably got Blasphemous 2 to do. Maybe Lords of the Fallen. Been thinking about that. Freaking First Berserker of Kazan, things like that. So stay tuned for a new game. Don't know which one I'm going to do next, but I'll see you then, guys. Deuces.